So, hi Darius, how are you?
Hi, Rabi. I'm good. I'm waiting for you. It might be sleepy time for me, but I'm happy to
Thank
see
you,
you guys.
thank you,
Thank you so
thank you,
much to
thank you
have me.
for thank you for accepting my invitation,
Thank you so
and
much to have me.
greetings from all of us here, all the delegates, those who are listening to you. More than 300 participants. They are now listening to you. Greetings from this part of India.
Thank you so much to have me. I also say hi to all of you
Thank you so
and
much.
so
I
you.
convey your greetings to all of them. So,
Thank you.
as we have already explained to you earlier, this is related to how things are happening during this pandemic, post-pandemic, particularly how the academic life, professional life has been in a virtual world, internet-based actions. So this is the theme of the webinar. And with this, I'm very much pleased to introduce Professor Darius, one of my best friend of years together. We have been in touch, and I'm so happy personally, Darius, of getting you for this formal occasion. So I have the pleasure of introducing Dr. Dariush. He is presently with the Department of Computer Science and Mathematics, Penn State University, US. He started his long career earlier from Malaysia. Like me, he has got passion for applied statistics, mathematics, and also operation research. He has got a lot of publications in reputed journals and publishers like Springer, Elsevier, European Journal of Operation Research, and he is also active member of Mathematical Association of America, American Mathematical Society, and he has got a lot of quality publication. He has done his PhD in applied mathematics, specializing in operation research and data envelope analysis. Without taking much time, people are very much eager to listen to you. Can you please start first sharing your present situation there? We all are concerned and curious to know first how things are there in Pennsylvania, US, and how things are going in your college, university, and the locality. Please kindly brief us very briefly, 1 2 minutes about your happening there, how is everything, then you can have your structured presentation. Over to you, Dr. Darius. Please first brief us about the situation, how it is prevailing there now. Dr. Darius, please.
Thank you so much again to have me. It's my pleasure to have you there. And of course, these things, it's very difficult situation nowadays here also in the US, but the managers and faculties working together, and they trying to have the best situations for everybody, for the staff, for students, and for faculty. They're going with the new plan. They haven't made decisions yet what they're going actually to do for the fall, because it's not clear what the situation would be, but they perhaps will. They plan to have a flexible program, and yeah, we'll see. We will see soon. In maybe about a month here, because I think school will be a start. The fall semester starts at 20th, I think, August here. So we will have time, to make decisions. So
just wanted to know, do you have at present any academic interaction with your students? Like you keep in touch with the students?
Yes, I have several students now. In this summer, I'm working with them, but I haven't had any meeting in person since May 6th, until now. So yeah, so.
Thank you. So now you can have your presentation.
Thanks, Professor. I'm now starting my presentation. Throughout the written history, there were many severe pandemics that affected human life. Some of these pandemics are well known, such as the Black Death, during 1346 to 1353 with 75 to 200 million deaths. The Spanish flu between 1918 to 1920 with 50 million deaths. During these pandemics, we didn't have the ability to travel as they might today. There was no airline industry in 1918 to 1920. And long-distance transportation could only be conducted via cars and ships. However, the Spanish flu killed around 25 million people in the first 25 weeks of the pandemic. And overall, 500 million people were infected. The AIDS epidemic also, from 1981 to the present, has caused 36 million deaths. Today, the 2019 novel coronavirus pandemic has caused around 500,000 deaths. With lessons of the past in mind, and the modern international community aware of the potentially devastating effects of the pandemics, there is one vital question about our current situation. Were we ready for the COVID-19 pandemic? Our communities are constantly reminded that safety is important. Have been people educated to follow a similar safety plan to decrease the spread of a virus? From the World Health Organization, wearing medical masks can indeed prevent the spread of the COVID-19 virus. However, according to the New York Times, even police officers are rarely wearing masks to protect themselves and others during the COVID-19 pandemics. Was following such a safety plan not part of their training? Could safety now get attention in education to decrease the risk of future pandemics? To prepare for a less disastrous future, it seems it must be a considered change. As the world continues to monitor the ongoing effects of the pandemic, it's clear that education has also been greatly affected by the COVID-19 virus. Schools in 185 countries are closed and most classes are being held online. Concerns have increased about the mental health ability of students in long run as well as academic metrics. In a short period of time, instructors and students had to adapt their skills to the new pandemic environment. Although online classes have been developed in recent years, a lack of available tools and advanced software is still problematic in every country. Difficulty accessing to internet, requiring the electronic devices, and limited software availability are clearly numerous challenges in current education. Media and TV classes could be a solution to continue online teaching. However, to engage students with class materials, how to explore active learning, how to adapt online learning skills for real-life environment, and how to assess students efficiently are still challenges for the education industry. Luckily, most instructors around the world now have a minimum experience in online teaching. Instructors in every level have now adapted their skills with new generated software and electronic devices. A lot of ideas and methods were discussed and shared from one instructor to another. These experiments could be considered as an opportunity to enhance the efficiency of education. On the other hand, the available studies show that online classes are less productive in comparison with regular face-to-face classes. Some of the disadvantages of online classes can be listed as lack of available tools and advanced software, lack of mental health stability in long run, lack of exploring active learning, and lack of assessing students efficiently. During a class, students are naturally engaged with the content and shared materials. They can see other students and their motivations. They can discuss the problem and the way of solving the problem in face-to-face group activities, can learn educational behavior from their instructors, and can increase their social behavior and their awareness of diversity. That we don't actually find all of these from online classes. So reopening schools is also a major problem for universities. Cost increases substantially. For example, from a research, the weekly virus testing for faculty, staff, and students just for the University of California would cost $1 billion a year. My own experience supports also the outcomes that the online classes are not as effective as in-person class. So as can we see, from one side, online classes can be ineffective to prepare students to deal with future life challenges, and from another side, in-person classes can increase the risk of students' health and the costs of education. It's not unreasonable to anticipate that the educational skills achieved during this time would not effectively be as high as those of the pre-pandemic era. There is a need to schedule several plans to restore the lost quality of education for the post-pandemic time. With this aim, some universities, such as Michigan State University, are going to offer hybrid classes. That's a part of class is held online and a part in person. So from the online section, students can practice their basic time management skills, improve their keywording skills, become familiar with related software and technologies, and decrease transportation costs. And from in-person class, they can work on their communication skills, experience real-world situations, and build their network friendships. So hybrid classes can be a reasonable solution in this pandemic. I believe my time is finished and I wrap up the presentations. The conclusions is hybrid classes can be a reasonable solution in this pandemic because students can balance between their coursework and their regular life responsibilities. Students can avoid potential isolation that occurs in exclusively online classes, and students can experience face-to-face interaction as part of their community and lower their risk to contact the virus. And universities can lower the cost of reopening their campus as well. Thank you so much to have me. I hope the best wishes for you guys. Bye-bye.